Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. My goodness, it is almost April. But we want to welcome you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us for Purpose Journey Counseling LLC Reloaded. Reloaded. It is Women's History Month. It is still Women's History Month. It is still the month of March. We have not crossed over into April yet, but I want to say good morning to you on behalf of Purpose Journey Counseling. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I'm the owner and therapist of Purpose Journey Counseling LLC in Cincinnati, Ohio. So it is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And whether you're catching us live at 7 a.m. or you watch this later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or later in the year, welcome. We appreciate you being here. We thank you for joining us. But if you are catching us at 7 a.m., we're live. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the YouTube link for this broadcast is posted on Instagram. So we just want you to take a few moments just to like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share this video this morning. Share this broadcast with someone. Tag someone in the comments. Let's interact and engage in the comment section. These messages are meant to be encouraging and empowering to each other. So we definitely want to take the opportunity to do these things. God has, allowed us to have these platforms. I'm going to say we can use them for good. We can definitely use them for good. So let's please take some time to do that this morning. I've said this a few times. We're still hiring. We are interviewing now. So if you are a licensed therapist or you know a licensed therapist who is looking for contract work, please give us a call. You can email us or check out our job posting on Indeed, and you can apply there as well. So just letting you know, God is moving. So just a couple of numbers I want to give you as always. Our National Suicide Prevention Hotline number is 1-800-273-8255. The number is 24/7. Please store this information in your phone so that you have it readily available if ever needed. Then there's also the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988. This number is also 24/7, and you can text this number as well. So again, please store those numbers in your phone so that you can have it available when, if ever needed, for you or someone else. So again, as we said, it is Women's History Month, and this is actually going to be our last message for March because the next time we're together will be Sunday. We'll talk about that in a second, but that'll be a different month. So on Wednesdays, we have our Wednesday Wisdom. And I have been thinking about this, and I said, okay, what are we going to do? Well, since this is the last time we're going to be live for the month of March, and I thought about some wisdom, I want to talk to women. I want to talk to my sisters for a second. And I just want to say, hey, sis. Just want to talk to my sisters this morning. And this is all women. And just give some words of wisdom, but some words of encouragement this morning. Being a woman is a challenge for a lot of different reasons. And I'm sure men will say being a man could be a challenge as well. We'll be talking about some of those challenges again on Sunday for our podcast. That's the first plug I'm going to put in for that today. But, I want to speak to women right now because it is Women's History Month, and it's, coming to an end, but just as a shout out. And I want to speak some words of wisdom. And the first thing I want to say is that we need, as women, to be able to speak life, to speak encouragement to each other, not tear each other down, not be judgmental, not be hateful, dismissive, spiteful. It's so important. We really need it. We really need it. So again, I'm giving a shout out this morning. And I definitely want to give you all some encouragement. I'm going to take some from myself as well, but just to give you a shout out. And just from a woman to women, it's so important for us to be able to love ourselves enough to be able to easily love one another, to be able to push each other, not to hurt them or to harm them, but to be able to support them, to be able to encourage one another. And with self-love, it makes it a lot easier, impossible, I should say, to love others and to be uplifting. And oh my, and I just think about what the world would be like if women, if we could come together and shout each other out, you know, and can really love on each other for the accomplishments that we attain, or the accomplishments that we have, the things that we're doing that we do so well, and from an authentic place too, to not so easily fall out with one another because of differences of opinion or lifestyles and all these different things, to not try to find fault in each other and to actually love each other again authentically, to be able to do that again as women. And this starts at a young age. If we could teach our daughters, our nieces, our granddaughters, the little girls that we know in our lives, if we could teach them these things at a young age, it will make it a lot easier when they become, teenagers, and then young women, and then older seasoned women. It will be so much easier for them, to actually see what that looks like, to actually be able to have positive interactions with other women, and to actually see other women positively. Like that's very important. And it's something as a society, I would definitely say that we lack. Sisterhood it can be a struggle. I just know so many women who will say, yeah, I didn't have female friends in high school. I don't have female friends because females are too catty, or females do this, or females do that. So I'd rather just hang out with a bunch of guys. And, there's nothing wrong with having guy friends, but we shouldn't feel like that. We should be able to be authentically us, but to still be able to respect one another and not speak down on or look down on other women just because they're not like us, just because they're different, just because, we don't see things the same, don't view things the same. The way that you chose to live your life might be, or the path you took might be different than the path I took. It doesn't mean that my path is better than yours, or you're wrong for this and you're this and you're that. And if only we could do these things. And so this morning I just wanted to spend some time to speak some words of wisdom to women as we are, culminating Women's History Month, being able to just shout out women, to shout out, to say, hey sis, to all of you, to be able to shout out my sisters this morning, to be able to just pour some words of encouragement into you on this morning, and to also talk about how important it is, for us to be able to do this for each other, for us to be able to build each other up. We'd be a lot stronger as people if we could build each other up rather than tear each other down, simply because a lot of times it's difference of opinion, or because I just didn't like what you did, or you didn't like what I did. So now we're beefing. And now there's all this, all these issues. So to take this time to speak some words of wisdom about sisterhood and about women being empowering to other women wanting to help other women, not just, from a standpoint of just to say, this is what I did, not from that perspective at all, but to be able to uplift one another, because that's what we need to do. We would be a lot stronger if we can stand together rather than being divisive and having so much conflict, and a lot of times a lot of even disdain or even hate towards each other, just because we're women. And all women, we don't have to be catty, we don't have to be judgmental, we don't have to be those things. So those are some words of wisdom for this morning. So like I said, I'm shouting out all women near and far this morning. I want you to take some time to reflect on your accomplishments, things that you've done, things that you're proud of yourself for. Take a moment to reflect. It's not being prideful. It's not being arrogant or conceited. It's to say, look what God has done in my life. And I'm grateful for what God is doing in my life. And I want to encourage you to keep praying, keep pushing. It may feel like an arduous task. It may feel like it's never going to happen. Sometimes we're praying and we feel like God's not listening, but I'm here to tell you this morning, God is listening to you. God cares about you. So keep praying. You have his attention. Keep his attention. He ain't gonna never give up on you, no way. So why you got his attention today, tomorrow, and yesterday? Keep praying. Keep praying. Keep pushing towards those goals. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Don't let things stop you. Keep moving forward. Keep fighting for what it is that you want. Keep fighting to be the first in your family to do this positive thing, or the first in your family to do that. Keep fighting for your children. Keep fighting for your marriages. Keep fighting for those promotions on those jobs, or for equality or equity. Keep fighting for those things that are important to you. And then one of my favorite things are some affirmations. So I just want to speak this again. And this applies to my brothers as well, but I'm speaking to women on this morning. You are incredible. You are a 10. You are one of a kind. You are amazing. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are loved. Again, hey sis, those words were for you on this morning. So celebrate yourself. It's okay to celebrate you. It's okay to feel good about you. It's amazing actually to speak those words to yourself. So that's our Wednesday wisdom for today, from a woman to women. So I'm so excited. This made me feel really good. So as just a reminder, we do have our weekly messages. We have Monday message on Mondays and Wednesday wisdom on Wednesdays, weekly at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on this Sunday, we have our monthly podcast, hashtag from a Christian, hashtag from a therapist with Dr. Natatu, episode 11, Mental Health and Black Men, the Silent Killer, part 2. We are going to have our panelists back on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for part 2 of our podcast. I don't know if you caught it last month. If you missed it, still join us on Sunday, but you can go back on our social media platforms. You can find the podcast. It was March the 5th. Go back and watch it, and you'll see how these brothers spoke with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of just transparency and authenticity. It was amazing. And because we got such great feedback, that's why we're doing a part 2, because we want to let them speak again. You know, it's time out for speaking for our brothers. We're going to let them speak for themselves, because they're clearly capable of doing so. So join us again. I'll put this up there one more time. There it is. Join us on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, male, female. Join us. So our tag for Purpose Journey Counseling is to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. So we thank you so much for joining us. Lord willing, we will see you Sunday for hashtag from a Christian, hashtag from a therapist with Dr. Natatu at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just want to leave you again with this. Hey sis. Women's History Month, shouting out all the beautiful women out there. Keep praying, keep pushing, keep moving forward, keep fighting, because you are incredible. You are a 10. You are one of a kind. You are amazing. You are beautiful, and you are loved. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and blessings and love.